If you've been struggling to meet your protein goals, lose weight, eat healthier, or get started on meal prep, then you've come to the right place, because in this video, I'm going to show you some of the simplest ways to meal prep delicious meals to hit your goals in this high protein, low effort series. On this channel, you'll not only get high protein, lower calorie recipes, but lots of health and weight loss tips. I'm Amy, and I've personally lost 40 pounds of fat through high protein, lower calorie recipes and developing healthier habits. Learning and developing these habits have helped me maintain that weight loss for sustainability and flexibility in life so that I can be my healthiest self. And I'm so glad that you're here so that I can help you do the same. In today's video, we're going to go over some easy ways to meal prep lean proteins so that you always have something to eat. I'm also going to show you a series of delicious meals that you can make with this prep protein. If you haven't already seen my chicken series, you're gonna wanna watch those. I've got 5 delicious chicken recipes that are 5 ingredients or less in that series, and I'm going to be doing the same with ground beef now. So let's prep this beef together and make a delicious high protein recipe to enjoy. So you don't have to use beef. You can also do a ground turkey or chicken, but I really like the taste of beef. There's nothing wrong with it. I know some people try to avoid it. In reality, it's a great protein, but the type of beef does matter, especially the fat percentage. So if you get an 80-20, for example, which is the typical fat ratio of a lot of ground beefs you see in the store, it is going to be a lot higher in calories and lower in protein. So for example, 4 ounces of 80-20 ground beef is going to be about 280 calories per serving and 19 grams of protein. Whereas I have 90-10, so it still has that fat content for some nutrition, but it is 190 calories and 22 grams of protein. Of course, if you want, you can also go leaner and get a 93, a 95, or sometimes they even have 99. But I find that when you get super low in fat, the meat can tend to be a little bit chewier and not the best texture. So again, you can use whatever best fits your macros, but if you are trying to lose weight, I would opt for something that's a little bit leaner. Now let's get this cooked together so we can make our first meal, because I'm getting hungry. And since we're gonna be making multiple meals out of this prepped ground beef, we are going to keep it simple. So I'm going to make this whole batch and then use it for a variety of recipes. You can also batch prep your whole meal all at once and make it all together, but I like flexibility. I don't like eating the same thing every day, so I like just having the protein on hand and using different ingredients to build meals. And I'm obsessed with my Caraway non-stick, non-toxic cookware. It's gorgeous and super high quality. So we're gonna let this heat up a bit and then put in our beef. We're gonna do some simple seasonings to make it versatile. Just some salt, pepper, and garlic powder. And I'm gonna use my spatula because I don't have one of those cool things to break this up. And this is roughly 2.5 pounds of ground meat. Fits perfectly in here. I don't add any oil because I find that the beef creates enough oil in the pan. And I like to hit it again with a second round of seasoning. Since that was kind of just on one side, I feel like it unevenly seasons it. And if you're making a specific recipe with this, you can obviously season with more than just these simple ingredients. So 2.5 pounds of ground beef is roughly 5 servings, but it really depends on your macros and how much you want to consume, how much protein you need, what your calorie goal is. But again, this is roughly 5 portions, so perfect for a weekly meal prep. Okay, so our beef is all cooked through, and I am going to put this in a separate container. That way we can drain all this fat as well. If you are prepping this for the week, you can go ahead and transfer it to a glass storage container. You can also pre-portion it out so that you have already weighed portions available for you for even easier meals. And a serving size, depending on your needs, is anywhere from half a cup to a full cup. It also depends on how fatty your meat is, what your protein goals are, what your appetite's like. Depending on the other ingredients, sometimes I'll even reduce the amount of meat if I'm adding something else that's high in protein. Now this one skillet recipe is perfect for those busy nights when you need something easy, but that's also high in protein and high in fiber. This recipe has roughly 35 grams of protein, give or take, and about 11 grams of fiber. Thank you to the beans, of course. And it's really easy to throw together. You don't even need a cutting board for it. For this recipe, we are going to, of course, be using our ground beef that we prepped already. And this recipe would also be great with ground turkey. You can also use chicken. These would be really, really great flavors that meld well with all of those types of proteins. If you're vegetarian, you could also technically use tempeh. I think that would go really well with these flavors. Tofu as well, because it takes on whatever flavor you cook it with. You'll also need some cauliflower rice. You can blend this up like I did using a food processor, or you can find bags of frozen or fresh cauliflowered rice at your grocery store. We're also gonna need some black beans. You could sub for kidney beans or cannellini beans, cannelli? The white ones, the white bean, Great Northern, that works too. But black beans kind of go with the, like taco seasoning we're gonna be using. Now, to keep this recipe just 5 ingredients, I am going to be using a taco seasoning mix. But to be honest, when I have the time, I make my own. I will throw together like a cumin, a paprika, a chili powder, a garlic powder, and just use those seasonings separately. So you can do that, or you can go the easy route for that really quick fix. And last, we are going to use some diced tomatoes. I did get fire roasted, again, to kind of go with that like taco seasoning type of flavor. You can use a regular, you can honestly also use fresh and chop them up, maybe with a little bit of tomato sauce or even a little bit of salsa. So this recipe can be really versatile. You can kind of adjust and swap the ingredients a little bit and come up with a really delicious outcome. We're also gonna add some optional toppings at the end, which I will share when we get to them. So let's go ahead and get started because I'm hungry. I also forgot to mention that if it fits your macros, you can also add in some regular rice as well. This just happens to fit my macros better to keep it a little bit more low calorie, but feel free to do like half cauliflower rice, half regular rice, or all rice. I mean, this adds nice veggies and volume. You can switch it up for whatever meets your specific needs. So now we're gonna get started. We're gonna start it off with 3 cups cauliflower rice. 6 ounces ground beef. Feel free to use more if it fits your macros. And a whole can of diced tomatoes. Again, I'm picking the fire roasted because I want that kind of flavor, but feel free to use plain. 1 cup of black beans. About 3 teaspoons of taco seasoning. And give it a good mix so that seasoning gets everywhere. While we're waiting about 15 minutes for the food to cook on the stove, I did want to go over some of the recipe benefits. So ground beef, I feel like beef gets kind of a bad rap, but it's actually a great source of protein. It's super high in iron, zinc, and vitamin B12. As I've mentioned, the type that you use, the macros will vary drastically. What I actually did, this is a fresh batch of ground beef because I can't film all my recipes at once. Sometimes what I actually do, especially if you want a more budget-friendly option, because the price increases dramatically the leaner you get, is actually mix a lean and a less lean ground beef for some more high volume, but a little bit more friendly to your pocket. So this is actually a mix of 85 and 93. So it is a little less macro friendly, but it's a little bit more budget friendly. Obviously, the beans in the recipe add even more protein and a ton of fiber. This recipe does have about 11 grams of fiber, so it is a great source. And did you see how much food that was? That is 2 servings. It is super high volume because of all that cauliflower rice. Cauliflower is a great way to add volume to the food because honestly, it kind of takes on whatever flavors you add with it. So you're gonna end up with a really, really flavorful recipe in the end. As I mentioned, you can buy riced cauliflower in the frozen section, or I think they have fresh stuff in the produce section. Obviously that gets on the pricier side, that pre-prep stuff, but it makes it so easy. Anytime I have a cauliflower going bad, what I do is if I'm not gonna use it, I will use my food processor to rice it and then freeze it. So the stuff I had was actually frozen from my freezer because I didn't get to use it when I had intended to. I was gonna make this recipe last week. Things didn't work out, so I just froze my beef and my cauliflower. And the rest of it is canned stuff. So that's literally how easy this is. I literally put everything in a pan. It took 5 minutes. So this machine I love. It has a ton of different attachments like an immersion blender. It can shred things. It can blend things. I made my viral cheesecake recipe with this. I made my viral pina colada ice cream with this. So everyone always asks me about this, so I just wanted to share a little bit more. And I will leave the link to it in the description, of course, so that if you want to check it out, you can grab it. It is probably my most used kitchen tool, other than my pots and pans. Those are probably my most used kitchen tool. This is next up. I hope you're enjoying cooking with me so far. If you like recipes like this that are easy, high protein, high fiber, healthy and delicious, then make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss anything, because I have a lot more of these coming your way. I'd also love for you to tell me what recipes you'd like to see next. Are there any things that you want to see healthier versions of that I can help you make some extra swaps? I'd love to hear ideas that you want me to share and make so that I can make content that you enjoy, because that's really my goal. About 15 minutes and it is ready. Let's talk toppings, because that's the fun part, right? You could definitely top with some cheese, though I am not, because cheese is a little bit caloric for me right now. I'm trying to keep this a little bit closer to 400, so I'm gonna skip the cheese, but again, if it fits your needs. So cheese would be a great topping for that, taco feel. You could also use this as a taco filling. Like you could put this in a wrap or put it in taco shells or eat with tortilla chips or nachos. I am going to chop up some red onion to put on top of this for a little bit of extra flavor. You could also saute the onions directly in this if you prefer. I am going to top it with a couple scoops of Greek yogurt. You could also opt for sour cream, though Greek yogurt is higher in protein and lower in calories, so that is always my choice. I personally don't buy sour cream. I always just use Greek yogurt instead. I also picked some fresh cilantro from my garden, so I am going to be topping that for some extra flavor and just kind of fresh vibrancy to the meal. And I forgot it because I washed it. Of course, it goes great with some avocado. This already has some healthy fat in it from the beef, but if you want some of that creaminess from the avocado and healthy fats, you can also use this to top it. Chopping a little bit of some red onion. You can use whatever onion you have on hand. Honestly, you don't have to use red onion. So just sprinkle some on top, just a little, and add some nice vibrancy and color. Eat the rainbow, right? And a scoop or two of Greek yogurt. I like the creaminess it adds, and it adds some little bit of a protein boost too, which is always great. And cilantro. Now I know cilantro, it's kind of a love or hate thing. I was always like, it's okay. I've grown to love it. I really, really like it now. So I'm just gonna cut some on here again for some freshness and flavor. Bon appetit. Wow, that's good. Taco seasoning has a good kick to it too. Perfect. I really hope you enjoyed making this recipe with me today. thank you for being here. If you enjoyed making this recipe and you want more simple, healthy, delicious, and high protein ones, then make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications because I've got a whole lot more coming. Thanks again and see you next time.